Oxford BOOKWORMS Library, Stage 1. Weddings by Christine Lindop. Read by Nicolette Mackenzie. Published and copyright Oxford University Press, 2011. Chapter 1. A Long Time Ago. Everybody loves a wedding. It is a happy day. A day for blue skies and flowers, for family and friends, for music and dance. Some weddings are very small, with just 5 or 6 people, and other weddings cost thousands of dollars and have hundreds of people. But in every wedding, there are 2 very important people: the bride, the woman, and the groom, the man. For them, the wedding is when their new life begins. When was the first wedding? Nobody knows, of course. But there were weddings in Egypt thousands of years ago. In some ways, they were like weddings today. The Egyptian man and woman got engaged before they got married. The groom and his parents visited the bride and her family and gave them money. The groom gave a present to his bride, too. Often, it was something made of gold. At the wedding, there was lots of food, and people sang and danced. Long ago, in Rome, the father of the bride looked for a groom for her. But often, his daughter found her man first. Then the fathers of the bride and the groom arranged things between them. The bride needed to be 12 years old or more, and a groom 13 or more, before they could get married. On the day of the wedding, the bride wore a long white dress and had flowers in her hair. A pronuba, a married woman friend, often the mother of the bride, went with her and stood next to her at the ceremony. Friends and family came to the wedding, and the family needed 10 Roman men as witnesses. After the ceremony, there was a party at the new home of the bride and groom, and people gave them presents. Later, in Western countries, a wedding was a day for the families of the bride and groom. Sometimes, the father of the bride looked for the best groom for his daughter, or the bride's family got help from a matchmaker. This person met different young men and found the right groom for the bride. After that, the 2 families arranged the wedding together, and the wedding happened at the bride's house, not at a church. Here, the bride and the groom got married in front of everybody. In the 1500s, the wedding moved to the church, and there was a ceremony. Today in Western countries, like the USA, Canada, the UK, Australia, and many European countries, weddings often have a lot of the same things. For example, the bride wears a white and often expensive dress and carries beautiful flowers. She usually has helpers with her too, friends, or perhaps younger girls, and sometimes boys, from the family. In this book, we are going to call a wedding like this a Western wedding. Weddings change over time, and different countries and churches all have their own traditions. Weddings often have things like music or dance from long ago, but they have new things from today too. People sometimes put together different parts of other wedding traditions. A Japanese bride wears an American dress, or a Brazilian bride has a French wedding cake. And, as you can see in the next chapters, people in countries a long way from each other often do the same things for the same reason. Oxford Bookworms Library.